Hi guys, it's Dom from Esports News UK here. Something a bit different today. We're at a sort of landfill site. I don't know what it is. It's a
construction site, isn't it? You know, like
it's a bit like the UK scene. It's constantly in development. You know, it's constantly being built. We're at the back of
delays, you know, like
we're at the back of Wetherspoons at Birmingham NEC at Insomnia, and I'm joined by Rifty and Toaster from M&M Gaming, two veterans in the UK scene. And I don't know what.
Why say it again? Why say it again, man?
But you are veterans, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, essentially, yeah, basically.
Yeah. But that's what we're not happy about. You need to stop saying
UK veterans, like.
Yeah, UK veterans. Yeah. I'll embrace
It's a
it.
weird term, veteran, because really, when I think of the word veteran, I think of like older people, elderly people, war veterans, and things like that. You know, you're not old,
Aren't we?
I mean, in esports, essentially, yeah. Like,
You know?
I mean, if you're like over 20 already, you're kind of old, basically.
You're
in
the
esports,
granddad,
so.
you know.
I'm old. I'm in my 30s. I mean, what the hell? No hair.
Games, you know.
Esports
Like
has a different kind of image where like teenagers are like,
16-year-old little kids,
yeah,
you know.
That's the standard.
You know, their mums still dress them, and they're on LCS right now. You know, like. You know, they rock up with a packed lunch and all.
Pretty much.
That hasn't actually happened in the LCS, has it? Someone with a packed lunch.
I think that was a joke, mate. But,
It would be quite a big scoop if someone had a lunch. Anyway, with the intro, I don't know where I'm going with this. We were just going to have a sort of chill, Wetherspoons and chill chat, and just to talk to you as two experienced people. There we go. I'll use experience in League of Legends. Your thoughts on League of Legends, esports, the state of the scene. You've played with a lot of players, a lot of teams. You know, what's your view on the current state of League in the UK?
Why did we ever begin playing?
What do you mean, like in terms of League of Legends? Like, is it like the scene, the
game
actual
itself,
game,
like-
or
The scene in the UK at the moment. You've been on it a long time. You were talking about London conspiracy earlier.
yeah.
Is it only on the way up from here? Do you think? You know, Riot are opening an office.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I heard a lot of good things are on its way right now because like steadily like things have been like downhill, like in EU in general. So I mean, like I'm hoping for like something to change for an uphill, like something better.
Give it a bit of a lift, revitalise it. Europe as well. Do you think European League of Legends is stagnant? We were saying this earlier when we bumped into each other.
Like everyone knows that it's like going downhill at the moment. So like I mean, like hopefully this national league thing, whatever the hell that Riot are planning on doing, is gonna like help the European scene in general like go back up.
Because we were saying earlier as well, like there's a lack of marketing for me. People don't know about the UK scene. In Spain, there's a lot of fans, a lot of followers. In the UK, people don't really seem to care, you know?
Thank God for that. Like, I'd hate to be known by people I respect. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a good reputation to have. There's a reason this scene gets like memed to death by everyone. You know, like the other national leagues, they're like actual skill. It can be questionable at times, like because we can produce good players, but like the scene as a whole, you know, like the funding, the sponsors, and all that. Oh, there's a reason that it's not good. You know.
Something I want to address as well, Rifty. You know, you're one of the best top laners in the UK scene, but you don't seem to want to. We were saying earlier, you've had offers and things, right? But you don't want to actually play at the top level. You don't want to play League of Legends.
Why would you want to play a video game for a living? Like, why does anyone want to play a video game for a living?
But you're here now with M&M.
Yeah, this is fun. You come down here like once a year or whatever, right? You spend a few days here.
Nice.
You know, a few times.
At least, come on.
I don't, not I-Series, man. I'm not turning up to that many. You know, but you come down here, you have a bit of fun, ideally. You know, get a little bit drunk, enough to forget the weekend, and then go home. That's it. You know, I can't imagine being in LCS and spending like 20 hours a day playing League all day, stress, all that. I can't do that.
I think it's too serious, because we were saying this earlier. I quit League of Legends a few months back. I'm a dad and stuff. I don't have time anymore. But for me, gaming is very like, it's a personal thing. I like to chill out, escapism, relax. And League for me is stressful. So being at a high level in esports, does it take the fun out of it a little bit?
But that's the thing, like people always say, never mix your hobbies with work and stuff like that, you know, because a hobby is relaxing, you know, it's your fun time, you know. But when your fun time, you know, games and all that, becomes your work, it's no longer fun, you know. Like there are a few people that still have that sort of drive and that motivation and just genuinely enjoy playing the game. Very rare though, you know, like it's a lot of people that... There are some people out there who like being in a 9-to-5 office job, turning up and printing out papers at the copier, you know. Most people know though, you know, like, you know, most normal people know. It's the same with League. It's just, it ends up becoming a job, you know.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, it's just like something at one point you enjoy doing, but it kind of like out of nowhere becomes like sort of your job. So you just like, I mean, essentially you just find like this different aspects of the game that you enjoy. For example, like, I mean, in the team, I like to just like see the improvement, see like everyone like improving on like the little things within the game, and it's like honestly I find that part of it, like esports, enjoyable for me, because it's like it's not necessarily like the actual like game anymore, to be honest. I don't know if like you can actually play a game for like 6 years and still enjoy it. It's like you need to find like small things and like small aspects of the game which you can learn and enjoy. Like, I mean, the actual learning experience within the game is like quite enjoyable. So I mean, that's what makes esports for me, to be honest. Just like
enjoy learning and improving.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's like the main thing that drives me at the moment. Like, I enjoy like watching different like games and like seeing what they do, different strats, different compositions, you know, how they execute it, like what they do within the game to like make the plays. And it's like, yeah,
that's cool. And you've played at a high level for a while in the LCS with Origin.
for a few weeks, yeah.
You still have that experience, right? And what was that like? Was it really intense, like Rifty's saying?
I mean, like, it kind of opened up my eyes, really, because before I was like, oh yeah, these guys are in LCS, you know. It's like, I mean, like before I kind of laughed at LCS players, because I mean, like, how the hell are they in the LCS, you know? But then I kind of saw like a new level of the game where like, it's like you play for like the team. You never really play for yourself, to be honest. Like, you play as like a 5-man unit. Like, you play to like make the right rotations or like make the right call, because it comes to like the game has like certain limitations, like where you can like only do like certain things in the game. Like you're limited as a player. So I mean, the best thing you can do is like be the best teammate possible for your team. So it's like that's how you become a good teammate and like a good player, and like it's like how you develop as a team. Like, yeah,
that's really important.
It is.
You're a shot caller now as well, and today you played against Vim Esports. You know, you beat them yesterday, but today they beat you in the final. But there was another reason you weren't feeling too good this morning, right?
Excuses. I don't think it's a good thing to discuss.
Rip the mic off, you know. I'm done with this.
I mean, it's not really a good thing to discuss. I mean, like, what can I say? We lost as a team. We lost because we played full.
Respect that. I'll respect.
I mean, yeah, that's all.
PG in it.
I mean, like, I hate when people use like excuses, like really small things that happen. I mean, like, yeah. Like,
you know, I stubbed my toe on the way here. You know,
it wasn't at my optimal level, so to say, within this final. So
I only got 7.5 hours of sleep instead of 7 and 45 minutes. You know, like.
In 5 minutes, man. Crucial.
You know, like,
makes a difference. And we were talking earlier before camera. We had a really good chat before we started rolling on the camera. So I'm trying to think of the stuff we spoke about. One of the things was you guys have played for a lot of teams, right? So you have a lot of shirts.
A lot of shirts, yeah.
Can you?
yeah.
Can you relive?
Soon, you know, like burn it down.
Just
burn the memories.
Can you relive the moment you were describing for me earlier when you had to play for Epiphany Bolt and you got the shirt out?
No, I don't want to relive this moment. That's the point. This is the point. I don't want to relive this moment. This is not a good part of life. Okay, like turning up into the back of the showroom with all the members of the event and all the other teams and all that. They're all whipping out their nice new jerseys. They've got, you know, all the sponsors and the gleam off of it. It's all shiny and reflective, you know. And then one of the admins hands me our box and it's like, "This is your shirts." I thought he handed me a bin bag. I was like, you know, just rubbish tip. You know, I thought this is where everyone was dumping their empty crisp packets and stuff. Because when you rip out just a completely plain black shirt, except for a logo that's printed on so weakly you could tear it off, you know, and then on the back, not your name, you know, like your actual name, your role, anything, just, you know, for me, Rift, and then black, no sponsors, nothing, you know, it looked like I was just working there, you know what I mean? It should have just said staff member, you know, like.
You've still got the shirt?
I've still got the shirt, of course I do, you know. just to remind myself never to trust them again.
This is what I was saying as well. For all the things you guys go through in the UK sports scene, there isn't much money and there's banter and drama and all that stuff. You've still got all these memories, right? These fun times and that. You've won lands and things together.
Thank God for
you know,
Wetherspoons.
even if you don't want to do this professionally, you've still got
This is far from professional. Like, you know, we're at Wetherspoons
Look where we are
now because we're trying to forget this one in particular.
Speaking
You know what I
about,
mean?
is our new sponsor or something? Like, come
Yes,
on.
yes. Wetherspoons. Try their shit. What do they serve at Wetherspoons? Try chips.
Alcohol.
You know, chips, alcohol, beer. They do that here. You know, like I don't know. That's the sponsor. There you go. You know, you can roll an ad now. You know.
I can't remember. We was talking about other things as well. Craig, what were we talking about earlier? Twitch streams. Oh yeah. Chat. Do you have a rule that you don't look at Twitch chat as a player?
No, look at it. You just shouldn't. Because anyone in Twitch chat's retarded.
And everyone thinks they're an expert in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just have like these people like commenting like kind of like players that aren't experienced in the game as we are, and they're like making these kind of comments, but they're like they don't try to see it like through a different perspective. They're just like, oh yeah, you know, this is just whatever. These guys are just doing this because of this. But it's like, no, it's like a completely different thing. You know, they misunderstand like the situation, and they just think like it's just like they're like goal players with like they had like one decent insec in their life, and they're like, oh yeah, like I mean I could have played it better in this situation, you know. But they don't understand like this is a team game. It's like the pressure is different. Like the atmosphere is completely different. Like I mean like yeah, like. It's just,
He can give the eloquent answer. I just think as soon as you enter Twitch chat, you gain a chromosome.
just one though, just one.
Just one, you know, like
Okay.
not too much, enough so that you still think you know something, but where everyone else knows you don't. You know, like.
Can I ask what's next for you guys? You're with Go. You're with another team, right?
Yeah, I'm with another team like called Gamers Origin, and it's like a French organization, like team. Like they've been like really successful in the French scene. Like they won a lot of tournaments and stuff. And like all of a sudden, like I joined the team. They like invited me. They looked for a new AD, and I just like I don't know. I just went from there. Like we're hoping to like continue to obviously dominate the French scene, but then we're just looking for the next step, like CS, LCS, whatever. Like I'm not really sure what Riot is planning, but I mean like whatever like is next in the future. That's like, I mean, yeah.
Do you have to move to France, Toaster?
Yeah, we have like a gaming house and everything. Like it's like, yeah, it's like a really nice gaming house. We're just looking to like scrim and practice as much as we can to prepare for the future.
Have you played in a split there yet, or is it going to be next split?
Well, we won like we played like the French ESL Championship. I don't know what it's technically called,
Finals, was it?
Yeah, the finals or whatever. Like a month ago or so, a month and a half I think by now. Like, we managed to win against LDLC 2-0 in the finals. So I mean, we're just hoping to carry that momentum onto the next season.
What was the final like? Was it at LAN? What's it like
Yeah, it was
compared
at
to UK? Was there more fans?
I mean, it's like we played at the ESL studio, so there's like, I mean, there wasn't really an audience there, but I mean, the set was really nice, and obviously they had like a professional stream going, so yeah.
What about you, Rifty? What's next for you?
Another shot of whiskey, innit? Like, I mean, he
It's what you need in the UK scene to get
can
through.
give the future, you know, plans and all that. I mean, my plan right now is to not remember what's happening right now. You know,
He's the
like
type of guy to live in the moment.
Yeah,
He lives in the
like-
moment, so
I don't know if something comes along, it comes along. Until then, I want to get a drink, really.
I wanted to ask, is Dinep the coach with Eminem at the moment, from the French team you're with? And he had, the coach from Vim gave him sort of some banter and jokes and things like that, but people don't know Dinep. What's he like as a coach to work with?
honestly, I think he's by far, I think, the best coach like I ever worked with. To be honest, like he has like really good knowledge on the game and what to do and like what kind of team compositions to draft and stuff like that. And that's just like whatever he said like in the article and the interview that you asked him for. It's like, I mean, he was just joking about it. Like he wasn't actually serious, you know. It's like it was just banter, and it's like, I mean, the Vim coach like obviously he responded as well, and it's like a bit of back and forth, you know. But I mean, like the guy is just like really professional, really good. Like I mean, he's quite strict as well. He gave us like a more serious approach to the game, and he's like, I think everyone like everyone within M&M respects him as a coach, and like he has really good game knowledge, and he just applies that to the game, and he has like an intense passion for the game. Like, I mean, this is like a silly story, right? But I mean, I shared a hotel room with him like 3 days ago, and he like sleep talks quite a lot, and literally, and he's like sleeping, he's like push mid, you know, like so he literally thinks about League of Legends while he's sleeping. That's the kind of commitment he has as a coach. So I mean, like, people need to understand. Like,
is there any other league comments he made? Was it just push mid?
I mean,
what, are you sure he was?
Yeah, maybe like after I dozed off. I don't remember, mate, to be honest.
I feel so bad. Like, his dedication's that insane that he's dreaming about League and stuff. My dreams are like having a drink and going back to bed. That's how complex mine are. Like,
I think the reason I asked him about him is because he made some cocky comments in my preview I did versus XL. Yeah, but he did it for the banter, for the laugh.
Like, oh, should I actually write this? You know, like, he's just like,
good to
he's
do
kind
that.
of helping us out on the side. You know, he just did it for like shits and giggles. Sorry, well, I mean,
just a few quick fire fun questions. Best player you sort of played with or played against in the UK scene?
well, like,
Rifty.
like what do you mean? Like, either or what?
Maybe first of all, who's the best sort of top laner you've come up against?
No, but why are you asking me questions to do with memory? I don't remember anything, okay? I'm on like, fuck no, you know, like, I don't know. Who are the top laners in the UK?
I'll go for Toaster.
Yeah, that's easier.
Like, what in particular? Like, what do you mean?
Anyone that you've played with?
Or played with?
Either or, yeah, played with, I guess, because you played with a lot of teams, you know. As an ADC, which support, what do you like in a support, you know?
Particularly what I like in a support is that he has like really good understanding, and like he has a good laning phase, and he knows like all the certain matchups and how to play them in particular, and it's like, yeah, that's all I really like in a player. But I mean, like, particular player that I want to give a shout out to, like my man sitting next to me right now, is like, he's honestly one of the most. Yes.
He tells me with this so much.
I'm saying this just because he's sitting next to you.
No. I'm not really saying this because like Rifty, like, I think people underappreciate like Rifty and the amount of talent that he has as a player.
Man,
honestly, like, I'm not even joking. This kid, he can go far. Like,
this kid, I'm sorry, what, man? Like,
okay,
respect
you're probably
your
older.
elders, man. Like,
If a big offer did come in from a team, do you just flat out turn them down then? Or would you at least consider it?
now I just don't play, so I don't get any offers because I just don't play. Like, I don't know. I just, yeah.
I mean,
like,
he's the type of person who can, like, honestly, like everyone
be
I
an
speak
earth
to
god.
who played on a team before, like, everyone respects him as like one of the most talented individuals within the UK scene. Like, honestly, like, this guy can be crazy if he puts the work in.
Doesn't it?
He doesn't
Like,
believe in
I don't know.
himself.
It's like,
He doesn't believe in himself.
it
Like,
tells
honestly,
you.
like, I tell him every day. Like, not every day, but I mean,
every day.
I constantly
I wake up, first thing I see, text message from him. You're insane, bro. I love you. You know, like, every day, man. I don't even have my breakfast before I see it. You know.
I hope he like understands like what he can achieve in League, because honestly, like, I want more UK players to like stand out and perform well, and I think he's like one of the hidden talents, honestly.
I just want to announce this now. I'm swapping over to Dota. Yeah, I'm going to begin my illustrious career there.
Cadril, who's just moved over, just qualified for LCS, you know. So we've got, what, 3 players for, if Kasing... No, it's just 3 of us now, isn't it?
You got like Alfari, Max Law, and Cadril.
Yep.
We could have more, couldn't we?
No.
I mean,
No.
I mean, he's being
No.
negative. Like, honestly, like,
being negative.
no.
Okay. Take me out of the equation, okay? Who else do you see in LCS? Legit. For a UK player, who do you see in LCS? Exactly, man.
No, I mean, like, he just says this, like, he puts me on the spot, you know. But honestly, there are a lot of like UK talents that if they actually put the work in and they commit to the, like try to learn the game to like a higher level, and like try to learn macro and just like team play in general, like, they could make it onto higher leagues.
Hotel right now.
What's that?
Certain guy who's at his hotel right now.
For anonymous reasons.
Yeah, anonymous. He's playing chess. You know?
Picnic with his girlfriend. I heard.
Yeah, he's having a picnic.
What, should be playing LOL.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be playing.
No, I mean, like, we just lost. Like, what does he have to play for nowadays? Like?
Yeah, there are definitely players in the UK.
Yeah, there are players. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what your point was, but yeah, there are players.
shut up. Can you, like...
I think I'm running out of things to ask about now. Is there anything else you guys want to add? Any shout out?
Shout out to Eminem.
I was just going to say, with Eminem, like...
should have worn the shirt here, man. Like,
you guys have played with Eminem.
It, you know?
You guys have played with Eminem for quite a bit, and they do have, like, they seem to have quite a good ethos and everything, you know. What's it like being part of them? Being part of that org?
I mean, it's like one of the most underrated orgs in the UK scene. Honestly, I think like the guy that owns it, Cal, like he puts a lot of work into the team, and like he just does like these small things that like help the players like be in the most comfortable environment. You know, like one of the players' energy was like really hungry, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's cool, man. I could set you up with a sandwich. You know, like I could just."
It's just like randomly on stage, and she's like, "I'm hungry."
Yeah.
Next thing I know, Cal's taking orders from Subway. It's like, anyone want anything, anything.
Honestly, it just seems a bit ridiculous, but like
It's
he just
insane
does these
the work he
small
puts
things
in.
to like help out the players because he generally has an interest in esports and he generally has a passion for esports, and I'm sure like M&S as an organization is like. Everyone who's ever been in M&M respects the organization because it's a lot of like actual people who have like passion for the game, passion for the esports in general, like just putting the work into it and actually like helping out the players and seeing like the best for them. And honestly, like I appreciate the organization a lot.
I've got to say, Toaster's carried you a lot in this interview with the positives.
You were aware of what you were getting when you set this up, mate. Okay, you began this by saying, "No, we don't want formal. We want informal and laugh." Okay, I made this very.
I didn't say that.
I made this very.
You're the one that said you want some
very
drink.
clear that this was not going to be an eloquent interview. You know, like this was.
That's
not
good. It's natural, normal. You know. One thing I would have wanted to ask as well: where did your names come from in League of Legends? What gave you the idea for
Where
Rifty?
did yours come from, Toasty boy? What item were you staring at your
I'll
computer?
be honest, I was super creative and I was like, the most random thing I can pick in my head, Toaster. I was like, Toaster sounds good. Let's go with Toaster.
It's nothing to do with you having like a PC that was slow. You know, people say loading a toaster or anything.
I mean, people were memeing like I would like to say that I was actually creative with the name, but it's like most random thing in my head, Toaster. Okay. I mean, like the fact that I was foreign as well back then, like I didn't know many English words, so I was like, Toaster. Yeah, that sounds good.
Where are you from originally?
Lithuania. I've been living in UK for like 9 years now. I moved to UK when I was 11, so yeah.
Rifty? There must have been something behind it.
No, not really.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, like years and years ago, like when I was playing Xbox when I was in like high school or God knows when I got my first Xbox, like first gaming console that I ever played on. I was playing with friends and stuff. I was trying to think of a name, and I just thought of two words that were never ever used. Right nowadays they're used a lot, right? But back in this day they were never used, and it was pure. The only time you ever heard pure was to describe a nun, right? And rift. No one ever used the word rift outside of like obscure sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So I just put the names together.
For me, you get if there's a rift in I don't know.
And then that MMO came out, you know that game, Rift, and all of a sudden
Rifty.
everyone's like Rift. And it's like, oh, now I'll have the Y on the end, and you know, like, yeah.
All right, lovely. Anything else you guys want to add? It's been good. It's been quite a fun chat, actually. Do you think I should do more interviews like this on Esports News UK?
I think you should, honestly. Like, you just give more exposure to the scene in general. Like, I think honestly the scene at the moment lacks content. It's like pretty much you and Eminem. Like, who else makes the comment? Makes the media like for the scene?
Orgs just trying now. Barrage had a nice content
set
setup.
course, but I mean, like, I just wish more people did content around the UK scene, kind of hyped it up and stuff. Because yeah.
I want the streamers to get interested in it as well. When I asked Grosco about UK scene, I like the guy, but he didn't know much about the UK scene. Like, if he throws a spotlight on it, it could help, you know, or people like that with, you know, more followers and things.
Exposure in general, like, I wish the UK scene just like continues to like.
I'll let you have the parting words.
Hi. Hi. What do you want me to say? Bye. Hi, Mum. You know. Hi, Nan. You know, like.